It is always encouraging to set a savings goal and hit it. You are mentally, financially, and emotionally happier with your choices. Have you looked at your savings account or piggy bank lately and thought there should be more money in there than there actually is? Then maybe you need to cut some expenses that just drain your money. Number 10. Going to the movies. Life needs a bit of entertainment every now and then. All work and no play makes you dull, and you need to enjoy the money you work so hard to make. That's where going to the movies comes in. The movies always seem like the go-to option when you want to spend time outside of the house. It's a fun way to spend time, and you can decide to either go alone or with some friends. But depending on how often you go, the movies can cut into your savings. About $766 annually that is not making it into your savings account. And with the movies, you don't just buy the ticket. You might want to buy a snack and a drink, maybe some merch for the movie that you're going to watch as well. All these costs pile up and sink your money-saving attempts. So save your trip to the movies for a movie you really want to watch on the big screen. Otherwise, you can just rent out a movie or stream it if you can. Number 9. Insurance. It pays to have insurance. At least that's the thinking most of us have when we get on almost every insurance plan out there. Health, home, car, public liability, and so many other insurance plans. Granted, you can never be too safe. Things happen that were absolutely unplanned for, but sometimes you pay for more than you get out of it. Consider the payments you make on just your car. You could pay over $970 for your car insurance in a year, and that's without looking at your health insurance and your home insurance. Look into other insurance policies with the same cover you are looking for and decide on one that is within your budget and with the benefits you will actually use. Depending on your financial situation, you might consider foregoing some policies just until you are in a position to have them without feeling the pinch in your pocket. Number 8. Social events. Nobody is an island. We all need people, and to have healthy relationships with these people, we need to invest in them. That could be like going for a bridal event or a friend vacation with your last money, buying ridiculous things for baby showers and bridal showers and housewarmings and divorce parties. The average person spends $650 on gifts. There always seems to be a valid reason for people to meet up and spend money. Sometimes the social event will not look as big as that. It might simply be lending to family and friends for something big they have got going on. In whatever way it looks like, it's spending you didn't account for, and it's eating into what you would have put in your savings account. This calls for learning to say no. It's such a simple word, but we imagine it can make or break relationships. However, it is better to set your money boundaries around the people you spend the most time with. If they know your goal, they might also do their best to help you. This doesn't mean give up on your social life. Just choose when and what is of more relevance to you. Number 7. Coffee. You've probably heard it from everybody. The first thing they all want in the morning is coffee. And then it's not just the morning but every other hour when they need a pick-me-up. Coffee has its benefits. There is no disputing that. It has a rich taste and will energize you to do what you need to do. The coffee culture also has people trying out new cafes to find out which coffee tastes best. All that in itself is not bad, but how often do you need to be drinking coffee? The average American spends about $1,100 on coffee alone. Pay more attention to your coffee drinking habits. If you must drink coffee, learn to make your favorite drink yourself so that you can make it from home. That way, you won't have to spend so often on coffee. If you are thinking of weaning yourself off coffee, there are other ways to get your wake-up fix without feeding your addiction to caffeine. Try jogging early in the morning or doing a mentally energizing task like a crossword puzzle or a game. These are guaranteed to wake your brain up. Number 6. Gym membership. We all want to look our best, whether it's for our pictures on social media or because we are meeting up for a reunion. How we look says something about us. Therefore, we won't turn down a gym membership. It makes us look good in conversation. Oh yeah, I've got to work out today. And if we keep at it, it makes us look good in our clothes too. But how often do you use your gym? Some days you are out of town for a family emergency or a vacation, and some days you just don't feel like going to the gym. These are all days where you miss out on something you have paid your hard-earned money for, about $1,860 for the average person annually. So rather than start extra ambitious, buy some of the tools you use the most. You don't need to buy them in bulk. Buy what you can afford today and slowly add up to all the instruments you use. Or you can exercise in a way that won't cost you any extra money. Go for a run or a walk or a jog. Do your own home exercises with your phone and an exercise mat. Working out does not have to be as expensive as it is made out to be. Number 5. Cell phone plan. It's practically impossible to live in this century without a phone. It is convenient and helps you stay in touch whenever, wherever. But that also makes it another thing you have to spend on. There are several plans you have to consider, and without an all-inclusive unlimited cell phone plan, you will certainly pay more if you use more than what your plan caters for. Sometimes, there are extra charges you only learn of when you first see your bill. On average, Americans spend more than $100 on just the phone bill monthly. Altogether, that comes up to about $1,200 a year. Aside from racking up your call minutes, cell phones also drain your data plan. The internet is an absolute necessity, and therefore you need data to stay connected. If you don't have a steady internet source or self-discipline on how much you can use, you will end up using more than you set out to use. Number 4. Credit card interest payments. Credit cards can be convenient, but they also make it easy to eat into money you had never planned to spend. When you have credit card debt, it lowers your credit score, or in other terms, your net worth. Sometimes, people use too many cards, which may be hard to keep a track of, and thereby increase the money you have to pay. Unfortunately, credit card debt is always growing, and depending on the interest rates, you may be faced with a very sizable debt in a short time. If you are busy paying off your credit cards, you are not saving. You need to learn to live within your means. You can pay upfront for prices instead of adding onto your credit card debt. Have at most 2 credit cards that you can keep track of. You could also ask your bank to lower your credit card interest rates. Number 3. Shopping. Okay, so you saw an item you really want. A dress or a cool jacket, or a coffee table that will look great in your apartment. Those are all valid things to spend your money on, but do you need them right now? Can't you hold off a little while until they announce a sale? Why spend all that when you can spend less? Stores can chop off as much as half the price during a sale, or 75% if you wait long enough. So make use of those sale seasons. There are also other options like thrift shops, which offer you the same great look at less. Take advantage of stores like ThredUp or Goodwill, and websites like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace to get more for your money. You also kill your money-saving attempts with impulsive shopping. Did you know that Americans supposedly make 156 impulse purchases every year at about $450 a month? You don't need to buy everything you see. That will take a lot of discipline, but you can also set a spending limit to keep you within a manageable range. Number 2. Streaming services. There are so many streaming services out there right now, and they all promise great shows and services. You may end up signing up to several of them: Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, and Spotify. If you are signed up to that many, you spend way more than $350 on just the services each year. And truth be told, you probably go some months without using some of them. You could actually have forgotten that you subscribe to some of those services. While it may look like a simple $10 subscription fee, it all starts to add up and you have no money left to save. Cut down on your subscriptions. See the services you use the most and maintain those. If you enjoyed it so far, please like this video and leave a comment. What is your best way to save money? Number 1. Takeout and restaurants. Truth is, we all need to eat, and we love good food and checking out great restaurants. But eating out is expensive. If you eat out for lunch and spend about $20, that will lead up to more than $1,000 by the end of the year. In a year, an average of $3,000 is spent on dining out in America. This is for counting both lunch and dinner. Once you add up the taxes and tips and the general bill, there is nothing left for your savings. Having the food delivered is not a cheaper option either. A study by Forces showed that ordering in costs about 5 times what you would pay if you just cooked at home. Delivery services like Postmates charge a delivery fee ranging between $5.99 and $9.99. If you were doing that 4 out of 7 days a week, there is no way you could have any money left over to toss into your savings account. Try to have more homemade meals and restrict your takeout experiences to at most 2 a week.